So I got my new laser pointers. Alright, take these out. Yes. It's a lot like the old one. But obviously the laser pointers for this shoot. That's nice. Let's see. Okay. These have red labels. This one has a blue label. What that's supposed to mean? I'm kidding. I'm only surprised this is the blue beam one. Oh yeah, this is the green beam. It's right there in the right there shows you. I mean, there's a picture of a green laser beam right there, but there's also a green arrow. Green arrow, red arrow, and then there's the blue arrow. Might not be able to see it clearly because my phone is blurring, but you get the idea. So I got the red, green, and blue. So no violet, right? That's cool. Doesn't matter. Red, green, blue, primary colors. That works for me. So at least have some variety. I still have the old one. Need to get some batteries. Maybe the old one would still work if I put a battery in it. I just know that the button, like, it's stuck. See, I press this, I feel that it's going on and off. You can even hear the noise. But this button is like hard on the old one, so the old one probably doesn't work no more. But I give it a try, and if it doesn't work, I'll just throw it away. Obviously, I have some new ones to replace it. Since this is the green one, this one obviously will replace the other one, because that one's also a green laser light. Also wanted to add some extra details about the dual disc. There's nothing much here to show. I guess I'll just bring out the pie. Alright. Here's the orange pie package with the motherboard in there. Alright, so main thing I want to talk about is a little bit of update on the concept of the DSP that I'm working on. I have different ideas. I keep coming up with different ways to lower the costs that it'll take. Also, because the end result is what matters. You're trying to get it to work, ultimately. So you're trying to lower the cost by trying to figure out different ways to make it work. So I have a couple of different ideas. I have no illustrations of it to show you in this video, so I'm just going to explain the ideas. Alright, so the original idea when it came to the DSP, when it came to reading the cards, was to either have it read the serial number. I wish I had a card, an actual card. It's funny, I have all these Yu-Gi-Oh cards yet I don't have. Give me a second. Alright, let's grab this pack. I don't know if you can see it, but all the way at the bottom right here, where my finger is at, there's numbers. So every card has its own number, and I wanted it where you slide it in. You slide in the card, it'll go whoop, scan, and it'll be able to read the number, and it'll be able to identify the card. So that was one idea. Then we did the AR marker where we get the webcam or camera or whatever you use to look at the card can see the card just like you can see the card right now through the lens of my camera phone. You can see the card, and then the software will recognize the card and be like, oh, this is present card, you know what I mean? And then it do what it's supposed to do, which is to represent a 3D model of the card. If it's a blue eyes or something, it'll pop up above the card. Or the 3D model will pop up wherever you want it to pop up. So the idea will be now is every slot where you put the cards in, because it's like you have the DSP. Let me grab that for a second. You have the DSP housing, and then the cards will slide in through the sides, obviously. And then you have above on the top you have like above each slot you have like webcam, right? Like a little camera, and then you have the slot, so you slide in the card, and above it will be the camera, and the camera will look at the card. So the card will be like this, and there'll be a camera up there that can see the card and be able to read it from top to bottom, because you'll put in the card like this, so that way the camera can see it. You don't want to put it upside down like this. Make it harder. It more likely can still do it. It can still read it upside down. It's just that I would put it like this so the camera can see it better. That's just me. But and then it'll recognize the card, and then the software should do what it do. But then I started thinking, like, what if instead, let me bring this back out, you have the camera here. Wish I had a webcam around here somewhere. Yeah, I have it put away. But let's say this right here, this hole right here on the casing, that's the webcam. So then what you would do is you would take the card from your hand, right? Pull the card from your hand, like boop, pull the card. Put the card over that spot, because there's where the camera is. Camera will recognize, you'll hear a noise saying beep, letting you know that it recognized the card. And in the display, let's say that slot right there, like let's say this is the software, right? So right there you'll see the card. So it's like card recognized. All right, cool. And here's where a display where you can see the battlefield. You'll see your opponent. You see their field with their monsters, and then your field with your monsters. And then once you slide in the card into the slots, depending which slot you slide it into, the monster will appear in that specific slot. It'll pop up in that specific slot on the display. So that's one idea I was thinking of, where instead of having 10, not 10, it'd just be like 5, because you're mainly reading the monsters zone. And then there's that extra thing. Now there's the extra monster zone, right, for link summon and all the extra stuff. And then there's 2 zones, so it's like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? So then I forgot that I have to add that into the game mechanics, to the system. But for now, let's just focus on getting the system to be able to read the cards after we get the system up and running. Because we need a small system, right? We need a small computer that can fit into this housing, or into a housing. Like, computer inside the housing. That way we can take the cards and put the cards